I'd like to welcome everybody to today's second brown bag lunch of the digital publishing group. We are actually looking at different names for the group, so if you've got any ideas, we're soliciting them now, and then you can all decide a little later on. But for now, it's the digital publishing group, and the reason that we started the group was really to educate folks at different houses in the industry on different digital initiatives. We launched the group I guess a couple of weeks ago with Debbie Steer, who spoke from Harper Studios. So if you weren't at that one, that was a great event, and we actually have a video of it up on YouTube that you can check out. Excited about today's event, Maggie will be introducing Neelan in a minute or two. But first, just wanted to say something brief about DailyLit, which, in case you haven't heard of it, lets books be sent in very short installments that come into your email inbox or via RSS feed. And one of the impetuses actually for starting the group is that I would speak with a number of different publishers, and in fact I come from publishing. By the way, I'm the CEO and founder of DailyLit, Susan Danziger. And going around to different publishers, I realized that folks really didn't either didn't understand or weren't comfortable in the digital arena. So Maggie Hilliard, who you'll meet in a second, realized that there was a real need to educate folks in the industry. So we're excited about this group and invite you all to help organize future events. So that's a little bit about DailyLit and the group. If you'd like to find out more about DailyLit, come talk to me. I guess in the future we'll be having more specific information about DailyLit. But in the meantime, you may want to go to dailylit.com and sign up for a book. We have books, we have parts of books, we're even starting an excerpt program. So lots of things going on at DailyLit. But really we're here now to support the industry with this digital publishing group. I wanted to introduce now Maggie Hilliard, who's been instrumental in forming this group and organizing it. And anyway, here you go. Thanks. Maggie Hilliard.
So a lot of you know me already, but for those of you who don't, I'm the marketing coordinator at DailyLit. And along with Susan, we put this group together. So as she mentioned, right now we're calling it the Digital Publishing Group, but as you saw in my email yesterday, we're trying to think of a better name for it. So please send me your suggestions, and we'll open up the vote in a week or so, and we'll let people vote for a month, and then we'll sort of have everybody decide on the new name. So for today's event, we're having a pretty open format. It seemed like people enjoyed last time when Debbie spoke that there's a lot of time for question and answer, so we kind of tried to stick to the same thing. So Neelan will speak for about 20-25 minutes, and then the rest of the time will be open for questions. So if you're thinking of questions, you can ask Neelan, and I'm sure he'll be happy to answer anything you want to know. While the event's going on, I hope you'll all be tweeting using our hashtag, which is #DigPub. You can also follow DailyLit and me and Susan, and then Neelan and Stanza Reader on Twitter. And after the event, and then after the event, we love hearing your feedback, so we'll make a survey sort of available online that you guys can fill out and let us know what you think and what you want to see for next time. And next time our event is it's June 8th, so it's coming up really soon. I realize this is kind of a special meeting since Neelan happened to be in town and was kind enough to fit us in his schedule. But we're meeting June 8th. Gail Horwood, who's the head of digital for Martha Stewart, will be talking about what the definition of a publisher is and how that's been changing as the digital realm has really exploded. So it'll be June 8th, 12:30 to 1:30 at Simon & Schuster. I think more confirmation to come, but I'm pretty sure that's what it'll be. But of course I'll send an email around. And then we are planning an event for July too. We should have more info about that in a minute.
There'll be concrete advice.
Yeah, there'll be obviously concrete invitations sent out. So, all that said, I'll now introduce Neelan Choksi, who's the CEO of Lexcycle, the company behind the Stanza Reader, the app for your iPhone. With over 1.8 million users in over 60 countries and over 8 million ebooks downloaded, Stanza is the most popular ebook reader for the iPhone and iPod Touch. Prior to joining Lexcycle, Neelan was the COO at SpringSource, the company behind the popular open source Spring framework. Neelan served as the co-founder and president at SolarMetric, a leading object relational mapping provider, which was acquired by BEA Systems in 2005. Neelan also worked for TechTrader, Anderson Consulting Strategic Services, and Exxon Research and Engineering. Neelan currently serves on the boards of SpringSource and Tasktop Technologies. Neelan is a graduate of MIT and was part of the often publicized MIT Blackjack team. There was a movie made about that a couple years ago. And at the Stevens Institute of Technology and the University of Chicago Booth Graduate School of Business. So welcome,
Neelan. Thanks for having me. Kind of in classic choose your own adventure style, I'm going to just start off by asking you guys what you want to hear from me. I can talk a lot about Stanza, obviously. I can talk a lot about where we are with ebooks and kind of how we've gotten to this current spot, or I can focus more on a demo of Stanza. And so we'll start with, should I talk a lot about Stanza? Okay. No, that's fine. Talk a lot about how we've gotten to where we've gotten to with ebooks. Okay.
Sure.
Or a demo of Stanza.
I think a demo of Stanza would be great, and then maybe going into the first topic about how. I've already forgotten the first topic, obviously.
Ebooks or
Yeah,
You got a question? You got it.
Okay. We'll do a little. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if you could talk about the future, especially now that Amazon owns you guys, with the future of this system.
Want to start with that?
Like formatting and things like that. I mean, the issue of industry-wide format is a sort of a big thing, and where this is going now that Amazon owns you.
Sure.
Yeah, start with the brief demo so we know what you're talking about.
Okay. All right. I'm going to bounce around on a lot of slides here, so but hopefully I'll cover a little bit of everything, which is what it sounds like I'm hearing. So you got my background. I think probably the biggest thing about my background is I did hear somebody who only started publishing about a few months ago, but I didn't know what an ebook was last time this year. So just to give you an idea, we came from the enterprise Java world. We're a bunch of dorks basically who build plumbing infrastructure, and basically so I'm equally new to publishing. Most of you guys probably have a lot more experience than I do in publishing, so it's something else to know that. And this is really who I really am.